So my name is Hailey Heyward. The purpose of this video is for my cultural and diversity class in health counseling. And this is Kennedy Cannon.
Hello, my name's Kennedy. I am a junior, rising senior at Virginia State. I study information logistics technology and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm on the volleyball team with Hailey and we're roommates.
You want to introduce Dallas?
Oh, so you said we're addressing our problem today?
Yeah.
Okay, so my problem is that I have to move to Los Angeles for an internship, which is great, but I have to move without my cat, who is an emotional support animal, and she is my best friend, and I have to move across the country without her for 3 months, and I'm just struggling with worrying about, having anxiety about being without her. I'm gonna introduce you to her. Hold on.
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. This is my cat. She's my best friend. She's struggling a little bit. Her name is Dallas. She is almost a year old, and the year that I've had her has been the best year of my life. She's made all of my problems better, and yeah, this is my kid. And she doesn't even know that we're moving away from each other yet. It's gonna be very hard for her too. We're both very attached to each other. Do you wanna stay for the video? Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so how does that make you feel that you have to move away from Dallas for so long?
Nervous, anxious, scared, uncomfortable, all of the negative things that I can think of, honestly. She's just been a really big part of my growth as a person and getting me through a lot of tough situations, just knowing that I always have the unconditional love of coming home to my cat who's always looking for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm already kind of far from home now. I'm from Charlotte, and Charlotte's 4 hours away, and me and my mom are really close, so to be away from my mom, like away from my dad, my brother, they're all in North Carolina, and come to Virginia State was hard. Being alone is hard, and I don't ever have to be alone because I have a cat. So now I've got really accustomed to being with her and her making everything better, and now I have to go on a big girl venture,
Okay, so how do you plan on coping without Dallas? Like going about your average day-to-day life while you're in California?
That's a really good question. It's not one that I've addressed, honestly. I think I'm going to just try to stay busy. She's staying at home with my mom, so of course I'm gonna call her, see her on FaceTime, and I don't know. How am I gonna cope? I think just stay busy and remember that I'm going to see her again, but I'm also nervous because cats hold grudges. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody knows that, but if you leave them and come back, sometimes they don't like you anymore because you've disappointed them.
You think she'll be like that?
I'm nervous that she will, because if our relationship is completely different than when I get back, then that's gonna hurt even more than leaving her alone for so long. I don't want her to think that I abandoned her.
Yeah.
But yeah, staying busy, staying focused on the fact that I have things to get done, that I have to make a life for me and my cat, so I can't not go get a job. And trying to have fun. It's 76 nights that I'll be away from her, and yes, I counted them.
And so why can't you take Dallas to California with you?
Even though she is an emotional support animal, documented emotional support animal, I can't take her because I am staying in a shared house. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people with internships are staying in the house, and some people have allergies. So because I don't have my own house or apartment, I can't take her because I don't know how everybody else in the house will react. And though I understand it, she's a really nice cat.
Yeah.
Get some allergy medicine, But so yeah, for that 3 months until July, the end of July, I'll be without her. But I think it'll be a growing experience because I don't want to use her as a crutch.
Yeah.
Every bad day doesn't have to end with me and my cat,
Trying to think of more questions.
Let's see. What else could I tell you?
I don't know what else to ask.
I don't know either. I can tell you about how she's positively affected my life so far. Okay, so
how has Dallas positively affected your life? For her to be such a big part of your life now.
Dallas has positively affected my life by, when you're in college and when you're a young adult and you're going through things, it's different when somebody's looking for you. You know, have you ever had a really bad day and you feel like nobody cares and you don't have anybody to talk to? I can talk to my cat and she can't tell secrets. She doesn't run her mouth. She's very trustworthy. And animals in general, but especially her, she feels when I'm upset. And sometimes she feels when I'm upset before I know I'm upset about something. And I'm really big on feeling all of my feelings and like addressing them and going through them.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll just be chilling, like something doesn't feel completely right, and then she'll come and sit on my lap. And now I'm distracted. Now, you know, or she's just, I don't know. I really love the cat.
Do you feel like Dallas do you feel like you can sense when Dallas is sad and like you're that same crutch for her?
I don't feel like I'm a crutch as much for her. I don't feel like I'm a crutch for her as much because, I don't know, I just feel like she needs me. But I know she loves me a lot, and I think that it bothers me that I don't know if she's happy. Because sometimes I wonder, like, is she lonely? Does she want a friend? And I got her another cat to be friends with, and she didn't like him. So I always wonder, like, is she bored all day? You know? So I try to produce an environment where she can have a lot of fun, where she's not too lonely, and I try to come home, you know, enough. But she definitely got used to our schedule, which I know is going to suck when I leave. Because around 10:30 is when I go to sleep. And if it's 10:30 and I'm not ready to go to sleep, she'll literally come in my face and be like, it's time to go to bed. Like, or she'll just lay down in front of me as in, like, let's go to sleep. Because we sleep together. But I think that we've built a very good bond. And people underestimate how much pets mean. You know, especially people like to underestimate how much a cat means. Everybody loves their dog. When it's a cat, it's kind of like, But no, like, they really mean a lot to people, and the connection that you can have with an animal, it becomes a part of, you know, who you are, and it became a part of my day. And to be without it for so long, I don't know, it stressed me out. I don't want to cry, but I don't know, I just really love my cat. Like,
so since we do play volleyball together, and I know you have class all day, do you still feel the same sadness when you leave for practice and class and for work and all these other things when we leave for here?
Not as much, because I know it's such a, like, shorter period of time. But sometimes I'll come home, like, we have to get up early for volleyball, and then I go straight to class, and then I'll go to work after, and then I'll come home and it's like 10 o'clock, and I feel really guilty because she's been at home all day by herself. But not as bad, because I know, even though I know she's looking for me, she knows I'm gonna come back. But after 5 days by herself, she might be like, she's never coming back. Like, you know. So that more so stresses me out than anything. And my mom works a lot, so leaving her in a different space by herself. My mom's not really as loving towards my cat as I am. So I just don't want her to go underappreciated or to be alone all summer. So that stresses me out. But I know it's gonna be okay.
Are you prepared? I don't want you to cry, but are you prepared for if Dallas, like, if you come back and Dallas does have a grudge, like, she starts to treat you differently?
I think I'm just gonna have to love her through it, because I'm not necessarily prepared for that. I hope she just is like, oh my god, I missed you so much, I love you. But that's more of a dog thing. You know, dogs they'll never hold a grudge, but a cat will definitely hold a grudge. Like, sometimes we'll be in here and I'll, like, yell at her and she won't come around me for, like, hours. It's a long time. I don't even hold a grudge that long. But they do have little attitudes. They'll do stuff to get back, and I don't want her to dislike me when I get back, and I don't want her to like anybody else more than me when I get back either. But because the longest we've ever been apart is like 3 days, and that was a really long 3 days for me. When I got back, she was fine, but I went to Detroit, and when I came back, I was really like, is she gonna hate me? But
trying to think of another question. Can you think of anything else?
Anything else that I would want to add? I don't have anything else to add, I don't think.
Can I see that picture?
Yeah. I'm optimistic about it, and I'm trying to keep, a positive attitude about all of it, because it's kind of hard sometimes when you have an issue that people overlook a lot. This is a little weird spin-off story, but I was at a party one day and a girl lost her cat. The girl whose house it was, she lost her cat. And she's like screaming like, oh my God, I can't find my cat. And everybody was making fun of her. And I'm like, why is this funny to y'all? But they thought it was funny because it was a cat.
Yeah.
And not even to say that Black people don't like cats, but Black people don't like cats. And people overlooked her issue. But if that was my cat gone,
yeah,
I'd be distraught. Like, I don't even want to leave the cat for 3 months, and I know she's going to be safe. So I think that people sometimes need to step into the shoes. Like, I was like, so what if it was your dog? And all the guys standing around me were like, oh my God, if my dog was missing.
Yeah.
But don't overlook her issue because it's not yours. But she found her cat and it ended up being okay.
Why do you think people feel that way about cats in particular?
I don't know white people who have problems with cats, honestly, but Black people think that cats are demonic and that they're like spawns of Satan or whatever.
Yeah.
But everybody overlooks that we come from kings and queens who are on the continent of Africa. And have you seen the Egyptian pictures where cats are regal and they were standing next to the kings and queens? Though that is not a reason to like cats. I feel like we lack experience with them because our culture, a lot of Black people don't have cats. When you were growing up, what did you have in your house?
A dog.
You know, we don't have the experience and we don't understand like how they love. They love differently than dogs, but it's still like a lot of love. Dogs' loves are unconditional. You could kick a dog and it's still gonna love you.
Yeah.
A cat's love has conditions. So that's why I'm so nervous to leave, because her love has conditions, and one of the conditions is probably don't leave me for 3 months.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I have to do what's best for me, and I'm aware of it, but it's still gonna bother me.
Are you gonna be able to come back here to see her at all, or is it just gonna be?
Yeah, I'm in California the whole time. But I feel like if I FaceTime her and she hears my voice and knows that I'm like still alive, I don't want her to think I'm dead or something.
Yeah.
You know? But they also get depressed and they don't eat when they're depressed.
Yeah.
And if she were to get depressed, that's gonna make me depressed. Because, you know, now I left her behind. And when you're getting a pet, like, that's a commitment. I made a commitment to this animal to take care of it, to make sure that it has a home and that it's fed and that it's happy. I made that commitment, and it feels like I'm letting her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this is my first kid. My firstborn child. Like, you know, can't
And
leave
your
her
mom is
behind.
taking care of her for the summer for you?
Yeah, but my mom commutes to work. So my mom lives in Charlotte. She's staying in Dallas, and my mom are staying in Charlotte. But I'll be in California. My dad lives in South Carolina, and my mom works in Atlanta. So she'll be in Atlanta Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and with Dallas on the weekends. My best friend lives down the street from me, so her little sisters are gonna go feed Dallas.
Okay.
But you know, when you leave, you're not gonna leave a baby with teenagers, because at some point it's just like, here's the food, you know. But I want you to pet her and hang out with her and make sure that she's not lonely. But hopefully, if I stay on people enough, that'll get done, because I don't want her to feel, you know, left behind.
So how are you dealing with all of this right now at this moment? Because you leave in a few days, so.
Yeah, I do leave in a few days. At this moment, I have set up somebody to come see her, the little sisters. My mom is aware. My grandma knows that if something were to happen, that she's coming to her house. And I just had some friends who are still in Charlotte. I just let them know that she'll be there. So that's all I really have set up now. I'm just hoping that everybody does what they said they're gonna do, because, you know, I'm gonna be mad if it's not getting done. Or if I come back and my cat's skinny, you know, or fat. I told them what to feed her, and I want you to do it correctly. You know, that is all though, so far.
So what do you feel like you've learned from this counseling session?
I feel like I learned, I think learned might be the wrong word, but I think I realized a lot. I hadn't thought about these things or these feelings, and I know that they were going to hit me a little harder if I hadn't already addressed them. So in this counseling session, I think that I addressed my feelings about leaving my kitten behind, and I'll be better prepared to handle them now that I know what they're going to be most likely. Because I haven't felt them yet, but I didn't realize how much it was going to affect me until I started talking about it.
Yeah. You feel like the session went good? Like, it was very...
I think it was really good. I'm glad that you were here to let me, speak my feelings, even though some people might think they're trivial. I had a good time, and I'm glad that we had the session. I think I grew with this issue a little bit today.
Glad you enjoyed it. And then I guess for my closing, so your homework, I guess, should be write down reasons why Reasons why what? Okay, so for my closing, I want you to write down reasons of why you're going to California. And like just like the pros and cons, like just write it down. And next time we'll discuss that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Kennedy.